Hello everyone. Good morning to all. I'm very happy to welcome you all for this e-content presentation for the subject of hydrology. Myself S. Vivek, Assistant Professor of Civil Engineering Department, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. In this particular e-content presentation, I'm going to discuss about the topic is types of precipitation and forms of precipitation. So these two topics are very important and essential for the precipitation concepts. So let us see about these two topics one by one in a sequential manner. Let us see first of all what is precipitation. So you know that precipitation is nothing that after the condensation the precipitation state will comes to the surface of the earth. So that is the precipitation concept. How different formats and how different types the precipitations will be coming to the earth. That is very important here. So first of all, you can know the information about what is precipitation. All types of moisture reaching the surface of the earth from the atmosphere, that is called the precipitation. So all the types of moisture which is coming from the atmosphere to the surface of the earth, that is called the precipitation. So precipitation is the basic input to the hydrology. You can see here, because of this hydrological cycle, the precipitation is being produced. So first evaporation is happening and condensation is happening, and again precipitation is happening. So for the production of precipitation, several factors are dependent in the geological conditions. So that we no need to check it here in a lot of information. Next we can see here what are the different types of precipitation which is coming to the surface of the earth. That is very essential to see here. You can see here different types of precipitations are dew, mist, fog, rain, hail, snow, and several things. So we can see one by one how it is being formed and from which condition it is being formed and what are its characteristics and everything we can see one by one. Rain is the most common type of precipitation in our atmosphere. So rain is the foremost common type of precipitation which is coming from the atmosphere to the surface of the earth. Rain is when liquid droplets falls to the surface of the earth. Rain will come to the earth in the form of liquid droplets. So you know that everyone will very clearly know that how the form of rain is there. So rain is also one of the type of precipitation. Don't think that completely rain is the precipitation. Not like that. Rain is one type of precipitation. So the rains are two different forms. One thing is showers and another one is drizzlers. Showers are the heavy rains. It can be large drops of rain will comes to the surface of the earth and it lasts for longer time. And drizzle is a very lesser rain or lesser shower of rain. It lasts only for a smaller period. So rain can be either formed as ice crystals melt or it can be smaller water droplets. So the rain can be normally formed because of the ice crystals melted, as well as it can also be formed because of the smaller water droplets because of the moistureness in the air. So you can see here the classification of the intensity of the rain are: light intensity of the rainfall is 2.5 mm per hour, moderate is 2.8 to 7.6 mm per hour, and heavy is greater than 7.6 mm per hour. And next one is the snow. Snow is a second most common form of precipitation coming from the atmosphere to the surface of the earth. We know that snow is most commonly available in the northeastern country, obviously above the equator countries. And snow happens because of that the water vapor directly turns into ice without ever passing through the liquid state, which means that gaseous state, the condensed state is directly converted into the ice state without the liquid concentration touches that condition. So because of this reason, the water condenses only ice crystal. So this condition will happens only when the region is when the region in the atmosphere is surrounded with the ice crystals completely. At that places, water vapor directly turns into a ice crystal. In such manner, snow form of rainfall or snow form of precipitations will comes to the surface of the earth. So the average density of snow is zero point 0.1. And next one is the hail. So there is a big difference between the snow and hail. Snow is like a bunch of ice crystals will come to the surface of the earth. Hail is combinedly forced by the wind. Because of the wind action, because of the wind influence, the ice crystal stones will comes to the earth because of the accumulation of ice crystals in the atmosphere in the condensation state. At that particular situation itself, the forcible air which presents in that particular condition means that makes that ice crystals not to form a bunch of ice crystals like a snow, and immediately it falls down to the earth in form of hail like a single ice crystal stones with the different sizes of the stones. So, the shape of ice crystals, the shape of hail particles are different, like spherical, conical, and irregular. The next format is fog. We know that fog and mist are very, very common. Fog and mist can be very similar appearance it should be having, but only the difference is that fog can be see at above the surface of the earth as well as very near to the surface of the earth itself, but mist can be seen only in the top of the sky as well as to the above higher level of the surface of the earth, not very near to the surface of the earth. As well as fog can be seeable or visibility is liable up to 1 kilometer of distance only, but the mist can be seeable or it's having their visibility up to more than 1 kilometer also. So fog is highly denser particles than the mist condition. So fog is nothing like, it is also a water vapor conditions which can be very very similar to the clouds. So fog is alternatively called to be a smaller clouds available very near to the surface of the earth. So there are four types of fogs are there: radiation fogs, advection fogs, upslope fog, and evaporation fogs. And next one you can see here, dew. Dew is nothing that the smaller drops of water which can be found on the cool surfaces like a grass in the morning. So dew is nothing that is the temperature at which the condensation starts to take place, or at the situation when the dew is created. So we know that condensation is nothing that gaseous states will turn into liquid state. So whenever this condition starts their process, that particular temperature during that time we can get the dew type of water droplets. So this can be results because of the atmospheric water vapor condensing on the surface of the earth in the colder night air. So we discussed about the mist and drizzles, very very similar to the fog. So mist is a bunch of small droplets which are available in the suspended air. This occur with the cold air when it is above the warmer surface. So like for example, I can say that above the water, cool air will be there, but that water can expose the warmer air over that water surface, and over the water surface the cool air is having, that cool air can mix that warm water air and makes it to produce a mist type of the precipitation which can be produced over the atmosphere. The next one is a glaze. Glaze is nothing that an ice crystal form of precipitation which is coming to the earth and which should be sticked on the exposed objects which presents in the surface of the earth, and because of the condition of the surface of the earth, the rapid freezing of the deposited ice crystals can be forming the rain and drizzles into an exposed ice coated objects, which means I can say that glaze is nothing that the rain is coming from the atmosphere to the surface of the earth, and that rain will be super cooled. The freezing of super cooled water deposited by the rain or drizzle, which makes that the rain which is coming from the atmosphere will be freezed like something like a extreme condition on the exposed objects which presents in the surface of the earth. That is a glaze type of precipitation. And rime is also very similar to the glaze type of precipitation, but rime can be rime type of precipitations can be mostly trapped by the air, and it comes to the surface of the earth as a water droplets. And because of the freezing condition of the supercooled water, and those particular the water droplets comes on the earth which sticks to the any particulars, that will also be becomes a freezed state and looks like a granular matter. That is the form of rain precipitation, you can see here. And next one is a sleet. Sleet is also very similar to rime and hail also. Sorry, sleet is also very similar to rime and glaze, but in this sleet material, a solid grains of freezer ice crystals will be formed on the surface of the earth because of that super cooled freezing of the water which is coming from the atmosphere as a precipitation, that will be freezed as super cooled water, which when it is sticked to any objects like wood or any stick material, its appearance will be looks like a very solid small grains. So these are the different precipitations sizes informations. And next one is formation of precipitation. So we have seen the types of precipitation with the rain, hail, snow, haze, sleet, lime, sleet, and everything are the types of precipitation. The next one is the forms of precipitation. Don't forget that forms of precipitation is an important matter for producing the different types of precipitation. That is very important. The form precipitation can be formed with the two conditions: because of the heating and cooling of the air conditions. That is one reason. And another reason is that because of the orographic barriers, which means the water body can produce as the evaporation condition, and that can makes that atmosphere to be condenses and produces precipitation. So that one main reason. And another one reason is that cool air and warm air presence on the surface of the earth, in between the surface of the earth and the atmosphere of the particular places. And what are the mechanisms are required to form the precipitation generally are, first one is lifting mechanism to cool the air. Second one is formation of cloud elements. Third one is growth of cloud elements. And fourth one is sufficient accumulation of cloud elements. So these all are very important. Of course, the first condition is that lifting mechanism to cool the air. So in this lifting mechanism to cool the air there are three types of the phenomenon or takes place. The first one is cyclonic precipitation, second one is convective precipitation, and third one is orographic precipitation. In the first cyclonic precipitation, in the atmosphere over the warmer air, normally the warmer air over the cooler air will attracts that cooler air. In this cyclonic precipitation, normally the cooler air will present in the lower layer, and above that warmer air will be there. Whenever that high content of or huge quantity of warmer air makes that cooler air to get completely locked, and the warmer air makes that cool air lying below to get makes that upper warmer air also in the cooler condition. In that situation, what happens, cooler air makes that above lying warmer air to be a cooled condition, and it can produce us the condensation state, and the near air having the moisture conditions will also be freezed condition. and because of that the condensation will again takes place and precipitations will be produced in the clouds. So this is the cyclonic precipitation. And next one is convective precipitation. In this convective precipitation, the hot radiations or heat surface of the heat rays of the surface of the earth that will be going to the top of the atmosphere, and when the heat rays are going to the top, it makes that those air will makes that the atmospheric air will be having the cooler condition. This heat rays when mixed with the cooler condition, the atmospheric air will also be completely cooled because of the heat rays which is coming from the surface of the earth. So all the surface of the earth air will be get cooled in the clouds, and the moistureness in the air will also be cooled into the complete extreme condition, and making the clouds to form a condensation state, and the precipitations will be produced. And next one is orographic precipitation. This is very very common. So the cooler surface of water body will give the cooler air conditions to the top surface of the level. In the left hand side of the mountain you can see here, that is called windward side. In that windward side, the cooler air from that water body, above that water body, will move to the top surface of the mountain and makes that air presence above the mountain to be a most cool condition, and again condensations will be produced, and after that again the precipitations will come in the same direction of the mountain which is lying below, which means the windward side the precipitation is maximum, while at the leeward side the area can receive a very lesser rainfall. So these are the general formations for the lifting mechanisms to form the precipitation: orographic, convective, and cyclonic precipitations. And next one is formation of cloud elements. The formation of cloud elements is also very very important. That can be generally taken from the natural products like sea water and other water minerals because of the evaporation reasons. The next one is growth of cloud elements. So in this growth of cloud elements, for occurrence of precipitation over an area, it is necessary that cloud elements must grow in size to overcome. So the cloud elements growing is very very important, essential to have that moisture conditions or to hold that moisture conditions in that cloud for the condensation process. So coalescence of cloud droplets, coexistence of cloud droplets and ice crystals are very very essential here. Then growth of droplets and ice crystals are completely happens because of the cloud elements require the largest size to be increased for holding the much capacity of moisture for the condensation process. So I hope that all of you got understood about the two topics in the hydrological subject, that formation of precipitation and types of precipitation. Thank you all for listening this particular e-content presentation.